We are live. Fourth quarter play by play and reaction for the Oregon versus Ohio State game. It's been an absolutely insane game so far. Uh, if you haven't been watching, we had an onside kick. I got my Oregon apparel on. We had an onside kick returned by Oregon, or sorry, recovered by Oregon in the first half. We had an ejection by an Oregon player. That was stupid. I do not condone spitting on a defender. That's not acceptable. And then we had some turnovers, one that was missed on the opening drive by Ohio State. And now we're waiting for the fourth quarter, and I'm going to be doing a play by play. So we're starting with the Oregon offense and the Ohio State defense. So I'm going to get set up. I have my list of let's see, my list of players on both teams here. So if I'm looking off to my right, that's because I'm looking at the defense. I'm watching on a computer to my left, so that's why you're going to see my eyes in that direction. And if you have any questions or just want to react live with me, feel free to put all your comments and stuff in the chat. And I'm streaming on Peacock, so it might be a few minutes behind. So with that, it looks like we're about to get back to being live here. And we're just waiting. Coverage will resume shortly is what Peacock is telling me, so. Let's see. There we go. Right. I'm actually going to go turn something off real quick. I will be right back. All right. Oregon and Ohio State is back for the fourth quarter. And again, if you're just joining, I'm streaming on Peacock, so it might be a few minutes behind the live broadcast on NBC, but it is what it is. I couldn't get it on the streaming platform that I was interested in. Go Ducks! We're hoping to get this one, get this win. And I will be doing a play-by-play. So starting with the Oregon offense, Gabriel in shotgun, a back lined up to his right as James breaks off a big run all the way down to the 34 of Ohio State. That is a huge run on 2nd and 1 for Oregon, and it sets up Oregon at the Ohio State 34-yard line. Jordan James now with 19 rushes for 103 yards and the touchdown earlier. Gabriel lined up in the backfield out of shotgun. Back lined up to his left. He keeps, throws, caught. Number 7, that is Evan Stewart with the reception. And it looks like it's going to be a little bit short of the first down, so it'll be 2nd and 2 or 3. Evan Stewart just sits down at the end of the route. Wow, Jordan James with a heck of a block there. And that is, I believe, Jordan James. Yep. Jordan James with no gain on 2nd down. So we're on to 3rd down. Dillon Gabriel now 18 for 29 for 301 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Here we go, 3rd and 2. Gabriel with James in the backfield to his right, out of shotgun. Dillon Gabriel keeps it, and he's got a lot of room. 20, 10, 5, touchdown Ducks! Oregon scores on their opening drive in the fourth quarter. Dillon Gabriel on a quarterback keeper. 27-yard rushing touchdown on 3rd and 2. You love to see it. Go Ducks! That's what you love to see. Great start to the fourth quarter by Oregon. They score a minute and 40 seconds in, 13:20 left in the fourth. Still a lot of time left, but Oregon can take the lead on this extra point. They did miss one earlier. Sappington on for the PAT. bad snap, high snap, but good hold, and they knock through the extra point. Good job by the holder there to keep it down. And Oregon has just scored. So Oregon takes a 1-point lead. Dillon Gabriel with an incredible run, made a few men miss, but really a good read by him there, as if he had handed it off to Jordan James, he was getting stuffed for sure. And we are back on a commercial break. So just to recap, if you haven't been watching live, Oregon just scored, so they're up 29-28. We had just a crazy first half. It was really weird. You had Oregon. We attempted an onside kick. It went off the Ohio State, one of their returners, and it was recovered by us. Then you had one of our players get ejected for spitting on a defender, so that wasn't great. Again, I do not condone that behavior. That's unacceptable. And then it was just very back and forth, high scoring affair. 22-21 Oregon going into the third quarter. Then we had Ohio State score. They took the lead, and they were leading going into the fourth, 28-22 over Oregon. And then Dillon Gabriel just scored on a 27-yard keeper to put the Ducks back in front. So that's where we're at this point. Again, at this point, we're on a commercial break. I am streaming on Peacock, so this might be a few minutes behind. But up to this point, it's been a very back and forth game. Currently, Oregon is leading 29-28 over Ohio State. I'm going to get a drink of water here. And the Ohio State offense will be receiving the ball when we get back from commercial. Will Howard and company trying to go down the field and get the go-ahead score. Hopefully we can stop them. And it's been a good game by both teams. Both defenses have come up with some big stops. I believe both sides have at least one stop. I'm not sure if it was in the second half. All right, and we are back. We are back. They're talking about SNL, it looks like. That's going to be on after the game on NBC. And we're back. 13:20 to play in the fourth quarter. Oregon leading Ohio State 29-28. Ohio State's about to receive the kickoff from Oregon. The Duck mascot is in the stands. That's kind of funny. And now it looks like Will Howard is going to take the field defensive. So that's offense and defense is there. Okay. I was just getting my papers situated. I have the numbers of the Ohio State players because this is actually the first time I've watched Ohio State play this year, I think. So I have all the players so that, or numbers of the players so that I know who they are. And I also have the Oregon defense as well. And we're getting a look at Dillon Gabriel's quarterback keeper. That was a beautiful decision by him. Great read because, again, if Jordan James got the ball there, he was not going anywhere. But Gabriel keeps and goes for 27 yards for the score. 13:20 to go. Will Howard out of shotgun with 3 players in the backfield. He hands off to number 1, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. So that was Travion Henderson with the carry. Good stop by the Oregon defense. And it brings up second down and 10. 12:55 and counting to go in the fourth quarter. Second and 10 for Ohio State from the Ohio State 25. Will Howard in the backfield out of shotgun. He has 2 players lined up to his right and to his left. He takes the snap, and he's going to keep it, and he gets 6 yards to the 31-yard line. And that'll bring up third down. Time to get loud in Autzen Stadium because it is 3rd and 4. This is an absolutely huge third down right here. Ohio State only 1 for 6 on third down. That's surprising considering they've put up 28 points, but it's a 3rd and 4, and Will Howard directing traffic. Snap is in, throws, and number 2, that is, let's see, Emeka Ibuka with the catch and the first down. Barely got there. It was pretty good coverage, but he actually fell down and then came back. That was an impressive catch by Ibuka, considering that he fell down. Falling down actually might have helped him create separation there. And Howard almost sacked, gets away, and a good throw intended for Jeremiah Smith, number 4, but it's incomplete, which brings up 2nd down and 10. Yeah, really good pressure by the Oregon defense, and it looks like it was knocked away there. Yeah, great play on the ball. Actually, no, he did not touch it. A little bit far. It would have been definitely a difficult catch, but still semi-catchable ball there by Howard. 2nd and 10. Snap, run around the side, and he goes out of bounds for a gain of 3 or 4, and that is 32. And I'm not sure if... Oh no, that's TreVeyon Henderson. He's 32. Judkins is number 1. Sorry, I made that mistake earlier. So TreVeyon Henderson for 3 yards, bringing up 3rd and 7. 1:06 and counting to go in the 4th quarter. Will Howard, I believe, still in shotgun. Is he going under center? Nope, still in shotgun with Henderson lined up to his left. Is Oregon going to bring pressure? No, they rush 4. But pressure almost got there, and it's a catch by Jeremiah Smith for a first down. The Oregon defense having a lot of trouble getting off the field on 3rd down, and that was a very nice route. I believe it was zone coverage there. And Jeremiah Smith with a great catch. He took a big hit from the Oregon defender, but was able to hold on. 7 for 81 and a touchdown for Smith. So that brings up 1st down and 10 from the Oregon 43. Come on, guys. Let's come up with a stop here. And that's going to be a flag. False start. False start on Ohio State. False start offense. We'll see who moved. It looks like it was the center, perhaps? Yeah, I'm not sure. 65, Mikulski. So that will back up Ohio State 1st and 15. And if you're just joining, Oregon with a 1-point lead. Howard from the pocket throws, caught by number 2. Number 2 is Emeka Ibuka with the grab, pushed out of bounds. So that'll bring up 2nd down. Got the penalty yardage and a few more back at 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7, 9:23 and counting to go. If Oregon gets a stop here, that would be huge. And again, if you can't tell, I'm a Ducks fan. 2nd and 7, Howard in shotgun. I believe it's Judkins. Yep, Judkins takes the handoff. No, fake throw. And that is Jeremiah Smith again, I believe. Yep, that is Smith with the catch. Goes out of bounds for a 1st down for Ohio State. The Oregon defense has got to be gassed at this point. This drive has encompassed almost 5 minutes at this point. We'll see if they can come up with a stop here. At least force a field goal. That would be good. Jeremiah Smith with 4 for 72 and a touchdown in the 2nd half. That's a problem. He's been really good. And the handoff is a fake, and I got faked out 2 plays in a row there. Ibuka, number 2, with the reception for 10 yards, and that's gonna be another first down. Oregon has to be better. They're getting faked out. I'm getting faked out. They gotta be better in those RPO situations. The Oregon defense might be in trouble here. Will Howard just driving down the field at will with Ohio State, and they are at the 19. Oh, but it looks like it's going to be a false start. False start on Ohio State. That'll back them up 5 yards. It looks like they'll probably be at the 24, first and 15. That Shabola with the false start. Yep, on the right-hand side. He flinched. Good call. 5 penalties for 25 yards for Ohio State, 2 of which have happened on this drive. No big penalties on either side yet, but we'll see. And Howard under pressure, and he's going to go down. Oregon gets him for a gain of about 1, and Howard lost his cleat. It looks like it's going to bring up 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14 for Will Howard and the Ohio State offense. A 6-minute and 10-second drive. Howard in the backfield, Ibuka to the right. It looks like TreVeyon Henderson is also in the backfield. Excuse me. 2nd and 14. Henderson splits out. Howard has all day 3-man rush. I don't know. Okay, well, he didn't get much there. So good protection or good coverage in the secondary. And 6:42. 3rd down. This is a huge one right here. It would force a field goal attempt if we can get a stop, and it would not be a layup field goal either. This would be probably around 40 yards from here. So if they can get a stop or even get a sack, I don't think we've gotten a sack on Howard yet, but now would be a good time. 6:20 and counting to go in the 4th quarter. Fast 4th quarter, really. The first half was slow, but the second half has been the exact opposite. 4 seconds to go. Duck spring pressure, and it is a one hop, incomplete. Incomplete, and that brings up 4th down. Ohio State will have to attempt a field goal because it's 4th and 13. They're not going to go for it here. So we'll see if Ohio State can put themselves back in the lead. Dillon Gabriel will get the ball back at least one more time with the Oregon offense. Jaden Fielding, he is 18 of 22 in his career. Long is 47. This one will be from 40. Snap, hold, kick is on the way, and it is right down Broadway. So unfortunately, Ohio State takes a 31-29 lead, 6 minutes to go. 40-yarder puts Ohio State in front, but Oregon is getting the ball on offense. Dillon Gabriel leading the charge. I'm going to take a drink of water. We just hit a commercial break. No. A question in the chat here while we're on a TV timeout. All right, cool. Thanks, Aiden. Does Oregon pull off the win? I think, I'm not sure if I can do a poll. I'm gonna pin it. Let me know what you think. Will Oregon come back? Will they pull off the win? Or will Ohio State finish it out? This has been a very interesting game so far. Yeah, I hope they will. It's been a very back and forth game. And the way it's going, it looks like Oregon's defense is going to have to come up with a stop at the end. Because even if we score, unless we finesse it, 6 minutes to go is a lot of time to burn off the clock. So it looks like it's going to come down to if the Oregon offense can score, number one, we need at least a field goal. And then if the defense can come up with a stop, which the defense has made some good plays during this game, but in the second half, Will Howard and the Ohio State offense have kind of moved the ball at will. So we're going to try to reverse that trend if they do indeed get the ball back. But that was a good stand by the Oregon defense, forcing a field goal there. It's Ohio State 31, Oregon 29, with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And we are on a commercial break. Let's see. So it's the defense for Ohio State, offense for Oregon. Okay. That is all good. Oregon did score on their last drive. It was a 27-yard quarterback keeper from Dillon Gabriel to give them a 1-point lead. However, Ohio State was able to go down the field at will. But then the Oregon defense did come up with a stop, forced a field goal. There was a penalty, a couple of penalties actually. But there were a couple of penalties on that drive. One of them, okay, so a game break, Florida, Tennessee apparently is tied at 17 all. I will maybe check in on another game if there's a close one. We'll see. I know Ole Miss and LSU is also on right now. Probably might be done, honestly. And this one is returnable, but they're going to let it go into the end zone. Probably a good call. It was about 2 or 3 yards deep in the end zone. So they're showing the miscues by Oregon, and there was the botched snap on the hold, missed field goal, wide right, and then you had the 2-point conversion where they could not convert. And then missing Tez Johnson there, it looks like. So, but all that goes away now. Oregon needs a score, down 31-29. First and 10, Gabriel in shotgun. And he's going to throw. Check down to number 6. Number 6, that's Noah Whittington. Yeah, this is definitely an exciting game. Huge implications. The winner of this game will have the inside path to the Big Ten championship. Oregon going quickly here, 2nd and 5. Throw, lots of room. Tez Johnson looks like he might be short. We'll see. No, they're going to give him the first down. 5:31 to go. 1st and 10, Oregon. And yeah, he had a lot of room there, but number 2 from Ohio State closed quickly, and that is Caleb Downs. Dillon Gabriel in shotgun again, 2 in the backfield, and it's going to be a handoff to, I believe, Whittington. Is that Whittington? Let's see. Offense. Running back. Yes, that was Noah Whittington with the carry. A couple of yards there. It looks like Oregon is trying to wind the clock here under 5 minutes, 2nd and 7. Probably a good idea. Give Ohio State as little time as possible. 2nd and 7, Gabriel alone, but now it looks like Jordan James is going to join him in the backfield. Handoff is to James, gets around the edge, but only gets a few yards. So this is going to bring up the biggest third down of the game for the Ducks. 4:30 and counting to go. 3rd and I believe 4. But obviously at this point in the game, you do have 3 timeouts. 3rd and 6. Ooh, might not have been a great spot by the official there, but Oregon on the day is 5 of 12 with an average of 7.1 yards to go. So 3rd and 6, need to get to the 45-yard line for a first down. Gabriel in shotgun. I believe it is Jordan James lined up. It's a pitch. James going, first down. Gets to the 48-yard line, and that is a first down. That was definitely an interesting play call, having to get 6 yards, but an excellent block on the edge by number 76 for Oregon. That is Josh Connerly Jr. He is the leader on the offensive line. Great play by him. Under 4 minutes to go in the game. Oregon taking their sweet time. All right, snap. Gabriel in shotgun. Throwing over the middle. Ferguson, 30. Down to near the 25. And it looks like the defense might have to come up with a stop because that was a big chunk play. Ferguson with the catch, number 3 for Oregon. He hasn't had a huge impact on this game. He's had, I think, a couple receptions. Dillon Gabriel gets out of trouble, and Tez Johnson with a 2-yard gain. And that was important just to get something positive on that play. Really kind of a tough situation there for Oregon. They went fast, and I don't think they were really ready to go fast there. So 2:40 and counting, it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Ducks. Whittington is in the backfield to the left of Gabriel. Dillon Gabriel, 12 on the play clock. Whittington switches sides. Ohio State bringing pressure, throwing. He's got a man, and that should be pass interference. It will be. Evan Stewart was grabbed. And that was number 7, Jordan Hancock with the coverage, and that is going to be a first down for Oregon. Pass interference on the defense. So, yeah, just he had the jersey basically the whole time. Definitely tugged a little bit at the end. That's definitely, if that wasn't going to be pass interference before, it definitely was after that. All right, so 2:18 to go. Oregon with the ball. I would really like to see them score inside the final 2 minutes because you don't want to give Ohio State that much time. Last time they got inside the 10, or actually 2 times ago, up the middle, and that is Whittington to around the 5. And now I would take this all the way down to the 2-minute warning, get your best play call in. 31-29 Ohio State, but Oregon knocking on the doorstep, and it's the 2-minute timeout. So it's going to be big. It's coming down to the wire in Autzen Stadium, Eugene, Oregon. Number 2 Ohio State coming into Oregon, and they have a 2-point lead, but Oregon within striking distance. We have seen Oregon get stopped on the goal line before, and we are now on a commercial break. Thanks for tuning in. If you're interested, let me know in the comments. Do you think Oregon will pull off the win, or do you think Ohio State will win? Thanks, Aiden. I'm really hoping Oregon can, but the defense has not been giving me a lot of confidence, so we'll see. I'm going to take a drink of water here. So, what do I like here? I think at the 4-yard line, yeah, 4 or 5 yard line, I like either a slant or maybe a naked bootleg where you give Gabriel the option to either throw or run. He's had a few situations when he's been down at the goal line where he's just tried to fit one in. I think if he has a situation where he can run to try to score, I think he should do it. If he has like 1 or 2 guys that he's taking on, I think he should definitely just go for that instead of trying to fit in a tight window throw, because he had one earlier that hit off the back of the Ohio State defender. We don't want that again. So again, we're at the 2-minute timeout. 2-point lead for Ohio State. It's 31-29. All 3 timeouts for both teams. And Oregon is at the 5-yard line at 2nd and goal. So we're still on a commercial break. So Oregon, it's going to come down to potentially 3 plays, hopefully not that many, but they're in goal to go here. Let's see, I'll bring this down a little bit. There we go, so you can see the sweatshirt. And this has been a solid game so far. We've had everything. We had an onside kick by Oregon, and we are back. And again, I'm streaming on Peacock, so my reactions might be a little delayed. But it is Ohio State 31, Oregon 29. Showing the quarterback comparison. Honestly, excuse me, very good games by both quarterbacks. Not much rushing, though. These guys are both mobile. We haven't seen a lot. We'll see if we see something from Dillon Gabriel here to try to win the game. Clock stops on first downs under 2 minutes of the second and the fourth quarter, so obviously you're looking for a touchdown here. Pitch to Whittington. Whittington, he almost scored there. Got to about the 1.5-yard line. He was trying to power in, but was unable to. And it looks like Ohio State might have used a timeout. Yes, Ohio State burned their first timeout. So 2 timeouts remaining for Ohio State. They are currently leading 31-29. You wonder at this point for strategy, would it be better if Ohio State just lets Oregon score and puts the faith in their offense? It's definitely a question at this point. Obviously, you'd like to get a stop, 3rd and goal, but this is 4-down territory, I would say, for Oregon. Although if you take a sack, I think you have to kick the field goal, but otherwise I would probably go for a touchdown on the next 2 plays. I like a bootleg here for Gabriel, given the option to either throw or run. We'll see what they run, and it is Jordan James coming out as the running back. Ferguson, Herbert. Yeah, hopefully. Let's see. 3rd and goal. Run up the middle, and he is not going to get there. So now it's decision time. 151. And I don't know if I agree with running the ball up the middle there. The strength of Ohio State's defense is in the middle. Don't love the play call by Oregon. I know you have Jordan James. He's a great running back, but I would have probably done something different. Yeah, we'll see if Sappington is coming on. Oregon does have all 3 timeouts. I think it makes sense to go for it here. I honestly would rather lose the game on a missed 4th and goal than kicking a field goal and having Sappington miss, but it looks like Sappington's going to come on to attempt the go-ahead field goal. He has missed already today. This one is a very close one. It should be a chip shot, probably 19 yards. Atticus Sappington, 1 for 2. He made from 27, missed from 44. And again, if he makes this, all Ohio State needs is a field goal. So the Oregon defense is going to have to come up big, but Ohio State only has 1 timeout. Sappington on for a 19-yard field goal attempt. And he is right down Broadway. That gives Oregon a 1-point lead, 32-31, and it is time. It is sweating time. It is time to sweat this one out. 32-31. Oregon leading Ohio State. Will Howard and the Ohio State offense about to receive the ball. We have under 2 minutes to go. Let's see. I'm going to get the kick returner for Ohio State. Oh, jeez. All right. Kick returner for Ohio State is, let's see, Jaden Ballard. I think Carnell Tate has been back there too this game, though. So again, it's coming down to the wire. If you just joined, feel free to put in the comments whether you think Oregon gets it done or whether you think Ohio State comes back. They're only down 1, but Oregon just hit the go-ahead field goal. Hopefully the defense can come up with a stop. Come on, guys. They've been struggling tonight. It's been an offensive clinic by both teams, but It's going to come down to the Oregon defense versus the Ohio State offense with less than 2 minutes to go. Earlier in the third quarter, I was thinking about it and I was like, what I don't want to see is I don't want to see the Oregon defense without Birch. He's our leading pass rusher. I don't want the Oregon defense to have to win the game for us. I would like us to have the ball last on offense, but it's going to come down to the defense here. So we'll see. Can Oregon get the stop? And we're still on timeout. Let's see. We got another one. So at this point, we're just waiting for the kickoff. Again, I am streaming this on Peacock. I'm watching the game on Peacock, so if I am a little bit behind, that's why, because I know streaming is usually behind. And if you're just joining, this has been an absolute barn burner, very high scoring game. Not as much scoring in the second half. It's been a quick second half. The Oregon Ducks, go Ducks, up 32-31 on Ohio State. And we are getting ready for the final drive of the game. And if you're enjoying this stream, consider giving it a like and also subscribing. I'm a big football guy. I do college, I do NFL, mainly NFL. I am in college, so I'm mainly doing NFL, but I'm doing this live stream and I'm hoping to do maybe some more like this if you all like it. And Sappington is going to kick off to Ohio State. The defense needs to come up with a stop. This looks like it's not returnable. It's over his head. So Travion Henderson is coming out. Will Howard is coming out. And can Oregon get the stop? I want to see go defense in the chat. We need defense in the chat. Sack, turnover, whatever you want to put in there. Let's manifest it and let's get this win. Yeah, this is the last of the media timeouts. Ohio State does have one timeout remaining. Oregon has 3. But for all intents and purposes, this is the game right here. Go win it, defense. We got this. Will Howard in the backfield. Henderson lined up to his right. And Oregon is bringing pressure. And they get home. First sack of the game. Huge play. Howard falls down. May have gotten tripped up by his offensive lineman. But a huge play for the Oregon defense. That is absolutely massive. 130 and counting, and it's second down. We don't know. 2nd and 14, only a loss of 4. Howard out of shotgun, bringing pressure, and it's caught. But the clock is running. 1:15 and counting. It's going to be 3rd down and about 5 for Ohio State. It looks like it's going to be 6. 3rd and 6. Howard setting up to throw. He's got his man, but it's a first down, and gets out of bounds with 1 minute. Oregon just trying to keep Ohio State out of field goal range here. Another sack would be huge. Interception would seal the game. Fumble would also seal the game. 1st and 10 for Ohio State at the Ohio State 37. Will Howard in shotgun with, let's see. And he throws, caught, and he goes down in the field of play. That is huge. That was Jeremiah Smith, and that might have been a freshman mistake I think he slipped. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1, under a minute to go, 43 seconds, lots of time coming off the clock for Ohio State. Oregon bringing a rush, and they got a guy open. Oh, down inside the 30, huge play, and I believe it is Emeka Egbuka with the catch. So at this point, they're just going to try to get closer for a field goal. Oregon was here against Washington, though. We had a chance to beat them last year on a field goal, could not get it done. So it's just hopefully we can get a sack. I want to see sack in the comments. Spam sack in the comments. It's 1st and 10 for Ohio State at the 28. Rushing 4, and that is incomplete. No flag. 2nd and 10 with 28 seconds to go. And if you're enjoying this live stream, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps out the channel. This is the first actual play-by-play I've done, but I'm really enjoying it. Definitely would be down to do this in the future. Will Howard, 28 seconds to go. Birch is on the sideline for Oregon. He's not playing this game. And Will Howard out of shotgun. Rushing 5. They don't get home, and there's going to be a flag. That might be offensive pass interference. We will see. And it's going to back up Ohio State. It's going to back up Ohio State. Pass interference on the offense. That's absolutely huge. You love to see it. Oh, that's obvious. Yeah, and that is a freshman mistake by Jeremiah Smith. He just completely pushes off. Yeah, that's an obvious call for the officials to make. And that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. So Ohio State really at the fringe of field goal range here. 22 seconds and 1 timeout. And that's going to bring up, no, that's a 15-yard penalty. Whoa. I thought that was 10. It's 15. Howard out of shotgun. They're at the 43. Pressure. And he might have been hit as he throws. That is incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd and 25 with 10 seconds to go. Oregon on the brink of an absolutely huge win. Washington, I believe, had the pressure for Oregon. So Will Howard's got to get this pass out quick. Fielding is on the sideline. They do have 1 timeout. A sack would pretty much end the game. A sack here ends the game. Oregon bringing 4. Gets to Howard. Oh. Timeout Oregon, it looks like. Timeout Oregon. Thanks for watching. If you're just joining, Ohio State and Oregon. Oregon up 32-31. Ohio State, I believe, on the 40, not 33. I believe on the 43 of Oregon. And it looks like it's going to come down to potentially a very long field goal. From here, I believe it would be 61 yards. So hopefully they don't get anything else, because if they don't get anything else, if we get a sack here, it basically kicks them out of field goal range. Then it would be a Hail Mary. I don't know how good their kicker is. He did make one earlier, but we'll see. Howard in the offense coming back out for Ohio State. 10 seconds to go, 3rd and 25, but really they're just trying to get into more manageable field goal range. Go Ducks. Defense. Defense. We got to get a stop here. Come on, defense. Henderson is in the backfield, lined up to his right. Oregon, it looks like they're going to drop some players into deep protection. Rush is coming. Howard gets it out, and it is incomplete. Incomplete. No flags. That's number 7, and that is Jordan Hancock. Oh, wait, no. That's Ohio State. Sorry. And that is, let's see, Jabbar Muhammad with a huge play. This is not going to be pass interference. No way. Was that 12 men on the field? Illegal substitution. Oh, 12 men on the field. No. Oh, come on. An absolutely huge play, and then there were 12 men on the field. Oh, what are you doing? That's how the Buffalo Bills lost last year against the Denver Broncos. I'm also a Bills fan. Lutz missed a field goal. 3rd and 20. Got to have it here. 6 seconds to go. Howard, 5, 4, 3. Looking to throw. He's going to run. No time left. Oregon wins. The Ducks win. Howard didn't understand the situation. Oregon wins! That is a absolutely huge win for the Ducks. Time runs out, and Oregon is 6-0. The Oregon Ducks knock off the Ohio State Buckeyes 32-31 in Autzen. The penalty didn't matter. Oregon gets the stop. Great coverage downfield. Awesome stand by the defense. You absolutely love to see it. That's a W. That's a W for the Oregon Ducks. Got the stop on defense. Thanks so much for watching. I'm just going to bask in this for a little bit on stream here. That was an absolutely huge play. I do not know what Will Howard was thinking. I guess he thought maybe he was going to slide with 1 second to go, but I don't understand that at all. Why would you run it? Just throw it away and at least give your kicker a chance. But yeah, that was huge. Huge win. And the party is starting in Autzen Stadium in Eugene. Again, thanks so much everyone for watching. I've really enjoyed this. This was a huge win for Oregon. If you can't tell, I'm ecstatic. Go Ducks. Oh my God. What a huge win for Oregon. We are on the inside track to win the Big Ten in our first year in the conference. Wow, what a feeling. That is an absolutely massive win. That's why Dan Lanning came here. That's what you get when your defense comes up huge at the end of a game. You love to see it. Oregon gets the win. And if you're interested in other football content, I do have an NFL Week 6 prediction short that was released a little earlier today. So if you want to check that out, feel free to. And if you enjoyed this live stream and you would like to like and subscribe, please do that as well. It helps out the channel a lot. I had so much fun doing this. I'm definitely going to do another one of these. This was awesome. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. That's all for me. But Oregon gets a huge win, and we will be celebrating this into next week. Big win for the Oregon Ducks. And that was awesome. That was awesome. Hopefully I'll get to stream. Maybe Oregon will get to the playoffs. Maybe I'll get to stream a fourth quarter then, or even more of a game. But that's all for me for now. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great night. Go Ducks. Oregon, quack, quack.